Hi boys and girls, Miss Schultz here. I'm outside today to go over our shadow drawing lesson. I did put the link on the activities for the week that Mr. Belmo sends out in his parent s'more. So I hope you looked at it already, but if not, we can do this without looking at it, and if you have, this might help you understand it a little better. So I have some toys here, some of my favorite toys. I have Zerg's car, right? Mike Wazowski. Ooh, I like Woodstock. I'm going to choose Woodstock. And of course, look who we have here. Maybe he'll hang out by the Toy Story car. So if I lay down Woodstock, I can see a little bit of a shadow. Not a lot of a shadow. If I stand him up, however, ooh, now I see a lot of a shadow. I did that first because that's the very first thing you're going to want to do. Play around with whatever object or toys you've brought out and see what they look like. This guy, I don't even think he stands up. Maybe he does. Ooh, yeah, he stands up a little bit. And you can also look at the different direction, because if he's standing sideways, that's going to look different than if I turn the object or the toy this way. It's going to create a completely different shadow like that. Before you draw anything, experiment, look around, look at the shapes. Then pick the one you want to start with, and only start with one. Don't start with a lot. That'll get way too complicated, way too fast. But you can definitely add more as you go along. I am going to do Woodstock, and what you're going to find is that first of all, you cannot work really, really slow. I know some of you really like to take your time in your artwork and really work slowly, but it won't work for this drawing because the sun is your source of light. The sun is always moving. Even if you don't notice it for a little while, every second of every day the sunlight is moving until it goes down, of course. Then the moon might be the light that you see that's moving. But during the day, it's the sun. And it changes. We just don't notice it because it happens so slowly. Here we go. Now sometimes you'll find you have to start on this side of the shadow and sometimes on this side of the shadow. That's all right. You just do what's ever comfortable for you. The other thing is maybe you're not doing this outside. Maybe it's a gray, rainy day. I hope it's not a snowy day. But if you are inside using a lamp, which you can also do, then you don't have to worry about it moving, and you can take your time and go a little slowly. So maybe if you're a little frustrated outside with working fast, just take it inside and use a lamp, and have your parents or another family member help you with the light so that you can move it around to actually make a shadow with it. So I've traced my Woodstock. I'm going to lift him up, and the first thing I notice is, wait a minute, it's not finished. Well, this is where you kind of have to fill it in on your own. I kind of know that this is Woodstock's foot. This is Woodstock's tail, so I could just add that in. And look, I've got Woodstock. I'm going to show it to you. Does it look kind of like Woodstock? Yeah, I think it does. That might not happen with every object you draw. Some of them are going to come out kind of blobby, and I'm going to show you an example. I was practicing earlier. Can you guess what toy this one is? Probably not. Let's see. Does it look like him, him, him? I just realized I don't have any girls out here. Next time I'll bring a girl toy out. Or this guy. It's the car. And the reason it kind of just looks like a lumpy shape up there, right there, is because it doesn't have any details on it yet. And for the car, the basic shape is kind of like a bent rectangle, sort of. And unless you draw the wheels and the decals and the windows and maybe the sunroof, you're not going to be able to tell it's a car because the outside of the shape really just looks like an organic shape. Most of your shapes will wind up being organic. For my older students, you should know what that means. Organic are shapes found in nature, shapes that don't have names, like this or this. Geometric shapes are shapes used in math that have names, like a rectangle, a triangle, or a circle. You can use any drawing tool you would like on this, boys and girls. Use pencils, crayons, chalk on a sidewalk. You could use a paintbrush if you're lucky enough to have watercolors. Anything you want, just do not use your mother's really good eyeliner. That is never a good idea to do that at your house. What else? Oh, it's kind of plain. Do you think you can color it in? Maybe you only have one drawing tool and you don't have colors. That's okay, because I bet you could take this and draw all kinds of really awesome, cool designs or patterns in it. Maybe you could color it in solid. That would be up to you. There are all kinds of things you can do with it. I would really love to see your artwork, boys and girls. Remember, your parents or family member can send it to me on the Remind 101 account. Remember, sign up for Remind. Have your parents sign up. I will post videos there and messages to you, and that's a great way to send me your artwork. The link to Remind was sent out by all of the teachers, and I will ask them to send it out one more time so your parents or family members can check their email, okay? I hope you liked the lesson. I can't wait to see your art. I'm sure it's going to be way cooler than mine. Bye, boys and girls. Have a good day. Let's see if this worked. Hi, boys and girls. Miss Schultz again. I realized after watching the video you couldn't really see very clearly what I was drawing. So I thought at the beginning here I would give you some examples. These are the toys that I chose. You can see them a little closer up. Here's Zurg's car. Move him out of Mike Wazowski's shadow. And you can see the shadows that they cast. I probably should have used a bigger marker when I was drawing for you before, but I'm not a professional movie maker, so I'm doing my best. This is the example of the Woodstock that I drew. This is the exact one that I drew and how it came out. You can see my lines aren't perfect at all. They're a little wobbly, and that's perfectly fine. That's actually how this project kind of is, because you can't draw slowly. And here, let's move Woodstock's shadow again. This is the page where I drew Zurg's car. Remember? Car? And I said that it's an organic shape, not a geometric shape, because it doesn't have a name. So hopefully this helps you understand the lesson a little bit more, and hopefully I learn to make better videos soon. Maybe one of you are an excellent YouTuber and you can send me some tips on how you make videos. You can ask me any questions, boys and girls. Just go to my email address, or your parents can link to my Remind 101 and ask any questions you might have. Have a good day.